And greetings, everyone. Welcome back. Thinking about doing some work on this ship here. It's my Crate Mark II, and what I'm looking at doing is just a little bit of work on it. According to this, I have the individual up to the point where I can really crank these out. But my conductive components are too low. And I also want to get some experimental effects on all of those weapons. Another thing I'm wanting to get done, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to do right now. What do I need? And, is it Dweller? 5 black markets. That's Colonia. Okay, which engineer is it that I'm trying to remember here? Go back into engineering. I want to say there's one that will do the pulse lasers for us that doesn't take. Okay, brew. But I got to do all of that. But I also need combat rank of competent. And that, I think, is our is what's holding us up on that, because my rank's not competent yet. We are novice, and let's pull that up. Okay, so the combat ranks. I am currently novice, and I need to be competent for that individual. Yep, need to be competent at least, and then we have to do this also. It wouldn't take a whole lot of the Thargoid scouts like we did the other video to get him up, but I think what I'm going to do instead is just work on getting the engineering stuff done. So with that in mind, we need to go to Todd the Blaster. Three jumps away. So, actually, another thing we're going to want to look at.
Disengage from landing pad. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Okay, we need some modified embedded firmware. I can do 2 incendiary rounds. Okay, heat conductive wiring I don't think is going to be used in any of these. Nope. So, one other thing we're going to have to do first before all the rest of it is change destinations. We need to go to the data trader first. Well, that keel back upset somebody's. I'm assuming they went and did something they weren't supposed to. And we need to go to the data trader because we want to swap out
Frameshift drive charging
and pick up some modified embedded firmware. And we'll go over to Todd McQueen and do some upgrades on the multi-cannons. That upgrade the multi-cannons and put the experimental on top of it. Sun because I was moving stuff off screen. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the experimentals to make sure there's something else I don't want on there. It's looking like, yeah, I'm going to just go with incendiary rounds. That will cause my multi-cannons to do a little bit of thermal damage, which drops shields. It helps. I can use the multi-cannons also to bring shields down. Modified embedded firmwares, and then we also need conductive components from the manufacturer trader. Hardly speeding up, then boom, drops the speed right down. I should say our time was barely dropping, then just boom, it dropped down. Alright. And what I'm going to do after I get this upgraded, we're going to man the fighter, ship-launched fighter. Nah, I don't think I will. I'm going to go to a high-res instead of a hazardous. Depending on how the ship holds up, I might go and put some shield boosters on it. We've got the room.
Check your speed inside.
Okay, that one is here. That actually is where we're going to be going to do the combat. Where about is Todd? Okay, so we'll go to this one to get the materials. Get into contacts, material trader, and we want, I went and started looking at other stuff. Multi-cannons.
Pilots, ensure you complete all docking procedures.
We need some
within
conductive
your time
components.
slot, and welcome to the facility.
And then, well, actually this is data encoded, so the data stuff. So we need modified embedded firmware. That's gonna hurt. That is
Star
a
Call
bad one.
announcement.
Let's see.
Action
Where is
will be
modified
met with
embedded
appropriate
firmware?
rules.
I might not go up to level 5. That would be a very expensive upgrade. We got 46 of that one.
In the interest of smooth
6.
traffic flow within the
Yeah.
docking bay, Starcom requests that pilot avoid blocking access to docking pads.
Let's go with, we'll do 3. We'll do 1 on each of the weapons. It won't get us up all the way, but it'll bump it up a little bit. And then on the
This facility
incendiary
operates under
rounds,
regulations forbidding the use of aggression in or around the starport. Starcom thanks pilots for their cooperation.
we're good there. As long as yeah, none of those need phase alloys. Heavy duty.
Welcome to the starport. We hope you enjoy your stay
Okay.
at our facilities.
We're good on all of that. We'll exit this. This technology broker does Guardian items. There's some technology brokers that do some other items, I think human and something else. Any cartographic data to get rid of? Almost $1 million worth. It adds up pretty quick.
Message.
That was probably a faction change upgrade. Yep. And launch. And as we landed, I already put in the next stop.
Detach sequence complete. You are clear to depart.
This pure speed of this ship is why I used it for a while there doing the rep rides. You're just able to get away from the station so much faster with a quick ship.
Flight path is clear. Starcom out.
There are a lot of people that actually use this ship for subsurface mining also because of its maneuverability and things instead of the pipe bomb. Let's see here. How many jumps do we have left?
Fuel scooping.
Next jump, okay. I'll probably do a pause between this
Disengage.
material trader and
Frameshift drive
the
charging.
engineer. Bring you in when we get to the engineer, show you what I'm looking at. You can only do the experimentals at the engineer, so you can't do it on stations.
3, 2,
And then from the engineer to where I'm testing, going to do the combat, I'll pause between those 2 points. just to save us a little bit of time
Disengaged.
on the video since we're already 20 minutes in. I am tempted to beef this thing up. I've got a lot of slots available. I've got a pretty good amount of fuel available. I mean, power to be able to put on some shield boosters. So I'm real tempted to put some boosters on. Put a heavy duty, kinetic resistant. Slowing down enough? Yes, we did. Okay, that one is the one. All right. It's not showing my weapons in Super Cruise. At the end of that, the combat runs, I'm thinking I'm going to, in the video after doing some combat runs, and the whole reason that I'm going to do I do the combat where I am, I'll explain that to you also.
Delay seat Charlie to Hotel Yankee. A landing pad has been reserved for your arrival. Be nice while I'm being considered. Permission authorized. Clear to land on pad 20. Automated approach authorized.
Scan detected.
Ooh, one whole jump away. Waiting for some background noise.
Landing gear deployed.
Three, two, one. Touchdown. Okay, so once again, we're going to. Whoop. Oh, shoot. We had some. Hit the wrong button. Material trader. And for the multis, overcharged weapon,
Docking bay access is by
conductive components.
the air will clear at all times. Thank you. Star out.
conductive components are here. Conductive polymers is level 5. Okay. So, what we're looking at is conductive components are going to be needed for levels 2 and 3, because all of mine have level 1 already. So we're going to need a bunch of those, but number 4 needs the ceramics, and 5 needs the polymers. So, if we look at conductive components, let's see if we have any of the top end ones. No, we don't. Let's see which one we want to pull them from. We'll do 2 from this one. 1 from this one. 2 from that one. That should give us a decent amount to be able to get through all of those. But level 5, we need the polymers. We got 15 of those. 3 of the firmwares for that. So we're good on everything else. So that's all set. And with him being only 1 jump away, I do believe. Yep. I won't pause it. Actually, yeah, I will. I'll pause it until I get planet side, because it always takes a while to get landed on the planet. Okay, so we're down at the blasters. And we're going here. That's what I was hoping, that it would be pretty much instant on level 2. This one already has the experimental effect on it. And then the 1. Back 1 to the multi-cannons. I wish it would go back to just this screen, but pickers can't be choosers, right? One more. One of those. And the experimental effect of incendiary rounds. You do lose a little bit of the damage per second because it's incendiary, and you lose a little bit of fire speed. But that thermal load you add on, I think it's worth it. And the last one. Overcharged weapon. Whoop. I really didn't need to do that. I'm not a min-maxer. I know some people go and keep going even though until it's all the way up. But I generally don't push that far. And the one, we're done. That's all of them. We'll put the experimental effect on of incendiary round. And now we've got the multi-cannons upgraded all the way up. And then navigation. Now, I know that is where I'm going. Now, well, that's, I love when it goes and clicks something that's not even on the screen. Okay, so we're coming over here to this one here. That's Shinrata. It's a one jump away. That's why I always do my combat here. But the other reason is why it's bookmarked. It's a manufacturer trader. 3 jumps away. Advanced maintenance. Go ahead and get this thing beautiful again. Restock. Uh-oh. Whoops. Outfitting. And before I go too far into it, let's see if it'll let me do it. Nope, it won't. Okay, in optional internals. Okay, I do have cargo rack. He does not have okay. I cannot resupply limpets from him. So, if we go into inventory, into synthesis, and we've got limpets. We are low on nickel because of all the engineering.
Ship release.
Because of that,
Departure authorized.
I'll stop when we get into Timbalderus system. So I can buy some limpets. I don't want to craft them because I need to get some more materials to do that. So we'll jump on over.
Automated flight control protocol now offline. Thank you, Commander.
I'll go ahead and pause it till we get there. Alright, so we're in the... Ah, crap. got sidetracked.
Access permitted. Set course for landing pad 15.
What a way to come back in.
Detected.
We're in the Timbledaris system at Levi Montgomery.
Scan detected.
This is another material trader.
Landing gear deployed.
And what we're doing here is this.
You'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
Let us land. Target that. And
Contact confirmed. Ground crew dispatched.
advanced maintenance, restock. We had 3 limpets. Let's go ahead and 10 is probably more than I'll need. Because I'll be running out of ammo beforehand. So what we do is like we did in the starter system, with just a slight addition to it.
Ship is released. Depart safely from the station.
Pulse lasers, the multi-cannons are all on the same one. Limpet. Okay, yep. We don't have wake scanners or anything else like that, so we're all set. We'll head over here to the resource extraction site, high. If you're in a wing, you're running your a fighter, and you're getting good at combat, hazardous is even better.
Scan detected. Frameshift drive charging.
We'll run out over here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
We are novice ranked. If I remember, I'll pull it up after each ship. Actually slow it down a little bit so we have some time. And let's check what we need from some of these engineers. Party of Euro. Colonia. Dangerous or higher for this one. $50 or more combat bonds. Okay, we're still safe there. Let's look at the codex. Stats. Combat. I've claimed 22. No, combat bonds, 29. So I need 21 more combat bonds to unlock that engineer on this account. So I'm not sure if this will count as combat bonds. I know the Thargoid scouts do. We'll see. Slow down eventually. generally, if I'm going to be doing anything like this, I go with my night vision on. Makes it easier to see things. Well, at least the phone calls came in just before dropping into a combat area. And my luck, I'll get some phone calls after we start the combat. So what we do is we just come into here. I haven't done any on this account here, so I don't think... Yeah, System Authority vessels are not green to me yet. Usually after your first round, they'll be green. And we're going to go up one, go into the combat mode. And immediately upon dropping out, and I just run right into the asteroid belt. I equip my weapons. So let's see what we've got over here. There's a group of 3. System Authority vessel. Scan all vessels. Because by scanning the vessels, you might pick up a
Scan detected.
some data type of stuff. Diamondback Explorer, that wouldn't be worth much. He's winged with that guy. And then we have this guy over here in an Eagle.
Scan detected.
And what I generally do in high-res areas, we didn't get anything nice. Is I just keep looking around. There we go. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for, weapons fire. And dang it, looks like weapons fire is, nope, still going. We've got a System Authority vessel. What is this guy? It's an Eagle. Now with this ship, instead of, unlike my starter ships, I've got to be a lot more careful about my fire. Because I hit so much harder if I hit one of the System Authority vessel ships, they might go in and start attacking me and I'd gotta win. So what we've got here, I generally will look and see what materials have dropped. Get a little closer to them. A little too close. I just drop a limpet drone. And generally, I'll wait till I get a whole bunch of stuff in the area. Looks like they're fighting behind us. And And that wasn't a very good ship to actually be doing this. I'd be better with like an Anaconda
Scan detected.
or other high-end ship. And that's why we always check what's in the area to make sure it's only materials and no cargo stuff. Okay. That's a high wake. And you'll usually lose that limpet the second you go into combat. Close the cargo hatch, and let's go and see what else is flying around. Okay. This guy's dangerous. He doesn't have a whole lot of time left. Make sure he's clear of any other ships. Helps if I had some power to my weapons. Sitting there wondering why I wasn't shooting.
Shields online. Target destroyed. Scan detected.
We've got some more weapons fire in the immediate area. Who's shooting at who? There we go. They're going after an adder. That's not normal. Did we get enough hits on them? Yes, we did. So we've got System Authority Anacondas in. That's always nice. I always try to scan the bigger ships because they generally have the stuff you want on them. Let's see what we got here that we're fighting. Diamondback Explorer, not really worth a whole heck of a lot. Cash flow on. Anaconda's coming after us. Let's go up.
Target destroyed.
So what have we done? 3 ships so far? Look at that, not much going up because their ranks are not that high. But I'll come over here, drop a limpet. If you're doing a lot of this, you might want to limpet controller that can run more than one limpet at a time. But right now we've got, 3 bounties so far that we've picked up. But the main thing I'm going after is this stuff. Is the engineering materials is the main reason I'm doing these. And the reason I like doing this system is all of this stuff through here are manufactured materials. And the material trader in this system is manufactured materials. So we can very easily go, and if we get, let's say, we get a lot of shield emitters. That's data. Go to materials. Shield emitters. 41 out of 250. Sensor fragments. Okay, we're a little too far away from this batch, so we'll move a little bit closer. And the limit should start going after him. And we've got shield sensors, emitters. The emitters are only 2, sensors are level 3. Salvaged alloys are only level 1, they're nothing. Galvanizing alloys are level 2, so not all that great. The better the ship, the better the materials that drop on destruction of said ship. But all of these come in handy when you're doing some engineering. And you're also getting some cash in building rep or combat rank and so on and so forth.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Okay, somewhere over here we got some other people. There they are.
Scan detected.
They're clean. Hoping to get something where generally you don't with lower level ones. The elite ships, you get a lot more sensor data stuff. And then just fly around looking for weapons fire. Now, if you have a wake scanner, you can fly around and do the wakes for that info, for that data. And sometimes these places just run a little on the dry side. Oh. We want come back up here. For some reason, we had targeted a different resource extraction site. And I generally just stay around the center. There we go, weapons fire. And I like the look of this weapons fire over here because heavy weapons, which means we probably have some bigger ships over here. System authority vessel there. Looks like he's chasing something. On that bit. That's a Diamondback Explorer. Not worth a whole heck of a lot.
Target shields.
Oops.
Bounty incoming.
got a bounty. That wasn't a system. I didn't wait for it to come up before shooting them. So we jump out of there.
Frame shift. Charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And then target this guy since he's nice and close. Got a little too quick on it. And after I clear my bounties, I'll cut this one short. Move this ship back up to Jameson's there in Shinrata. And call it a night. Probably for videos, I might go out after some more Thargoid scouts. And so on and so forth. But I should be able to land here, anonymous, and clear this. Go real quick. I'm not seeing any other vessels in the area.
Docking request granted.
Docking request is granted, and a Type 7's not going to attack me. If a System Authority vessel had come in, I'd be more leery.
Landing gear deployed.
You always want to target and check before you do anything.
Engines disengaged.
Starport services. Contacts. This individual. We'll pay that off.
Incoming message.
No. Okay. It didn't give me my other thing I need.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Okay, I need to go to an interstellar factor, that's right. And that base didn't have an interstellar factor, but home does. So I'll just go to home, pay off an interstellar factor, take the bounty off my head, which wasn't a big bounty to begin with. So ZFE Corporation change, I'm at cordial. All right. And ZFE Corporation is who has a 300 credit bounty on me. It's some of the things in this game you just gotta love.
Charging.
I just turned in a bunch of bounties to them for them. You'd think they would have paid it off, but oh well.
4,
Yep, we'll go into Toronto. I'll clear my bounty. And go from there. I'm not worried about any other stuff that might be going down. I just want to get this stuff done. Show you what you do to clear the bounty. Fortunately, I didn't take the ship out, because if I took the ship out, then it goes a lot different. Okay, about an hour, be less than an hour and 5 minutes or thereabouts. But from what you can see, yeah, they're three good-sized multi-cannons, but we do pretty quick work of a hull and shields if we're doing solo. The way this ship is set up, other than the pulse lasers, I run the ship-launched fighter with an NPC pilot in it at an expert rank, and I go through the hazardous resource extraction site instead of a high, and I can pick and choose pretty much anything I want to take out. Okay, go back to the usual thing. Ships, turn off the night vision.
Lacey, Charlie, Hotel, Yankee. Thank you for choosing our station, Commander. We hope you find everything to your liking. Access granted. Proceed to Bay 4-1. Automated docking initiated.
So yeah, we're pretty much set on all that. The engineering, which one was it? Okay, that's the novice one. $28 out of 50, so we're down to 22 needed.
Landing gear deployed.
Go ahead and top off the tanks.
Ship is on the ground. Perform landing checklist. It's good to have you with us,
Contacts.
Commander.
And it's not the right kind of ones. Oh, I thought they had the right one. Like I had said, I need to go to interstellar factor or security office in that system that I was just at, and I believe the station that we went to it first does it. I'll just run there real quick. So I went back to the station I was talking about, and in Timidaris, the Levi Montelsini paid the fine, but at the authority contact, well,
Frameshift drive charging.
they put me in prison system, so I had to go and fly back from the prison system. It was no big deal. It was one jump from there, 2 jumps from Shinrata with this ship.
3, 2,
So it's like, okay, whatever. A little more penalizing than the 300 credit bounty. So now I'm just going back to Shinrata, park the ship, and take a break. I'm not sure what else I might do tonight. We'll see how that all goes.
fuel scoping.
And because I went and brought that stuff up,
Disengaged.
Jameson's disappeared. So that's all where it is. Don't worry about them. I was interdicted on the way. No issues. If you're wanted, the local, especially if the faction is in that system, the system police will pull you over. Hope you had a good night. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you're interested in learning on the game, and I'll see if I can't fill you in on it. Have a good day. Bye.